it's gotta be the meth. And as far as influence, you're influencing the stupidest people of society. Like, oh, dude, he's so hard. They can't hold him down. And when stupid people become famous, they still remain stupid. I was rooting for him. He's stupid maxing. The lesson he learned is, I should definitely do more of this. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Radio here. And today we have some breaking news. Clavicular arrested. What? We were just talking about him a couple days ago. I was rooting for him. I was actually getting into looks maxing. You see, I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. See? Yeah. I'm trying to look good. And then now you do this? What's going on here? What's going on? Okay.
A well-known influencer has been arrested in Fort Lauderdale on a warrant for battery. Jail records say Braden Eric Peters, who's known as Clavicular, was arrested Thursday. Officials say he is accused of participating in the battery of a 19-year-old woman at a short-term rental home near Kissimmee. Detectives say Peters instigated a fight, posted it on social media to exploit the victim. The 20-year-old is an influencer and streamer who is known for looks maxing content.
Oh my, I can't believe they got the news to say looks maxing. Dude, this is incredible. Also, instigating a fight with a 19-year-old girl at an Airbnb? What the fuck are you doing, dude? It's gotta be the meth. You know what? You know what? I believe him when they when they said he smoked meth. Because what the fuck, dude? A well-known influencer known as Clavicular has been arrested in Fort Lauderdale on a warrant for battery. Clavicular, whose real name is Braden Eric Peters. Now we know his name. Braden Eric Peters was arrested by Fort Lauderdale police on Thursday. In a statement Friday, Fort Lauderdale police said the Osceola County Sheriff's Office requested their assistance in locating a subject with an active warrant for misdemeanor battery, and a short time later, police located and arrested Peters. An out-of-county hold was placed on Peters from Osceola County. Osceola County Sheriff officials said Peters and a woman identified as a 24-year-old Violet Marie Lentz are accused of participating in the battery of a 19-year-old woman at a short-term rental near Kissimmee. The 19-year-old was allegedly battered by Lentz in the home that was rented by Peters, and the detectives determined Peters instigated the fight and posted it on social media to exploit the two women. Neither Peters nor Lentz came out of the residence to speak to deputies about the incident when they arrived at the house to investigate. The sheriff's office said in a statement, detectives from Osceola Sheriff's Office completed their investigation after reviewing videos and talking with witnesses. Lentz was also arrested on a misdemeanor battery charge and booked into Broward County Jail. What? What the hell, dude? This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I can't believe this shit happened, dog. I can't believe this shit happened.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton, and today we're talking about Clavicular. He's arrested. Clavicular looks maxing guy. He's like the most viral guy talking about how to get handsome and how you don't really need girls. You just need to be hot. And I'm sure you know.
Yeah, we know.
Arrested.
We did a deep dive.
Unclear about why he's behind bars right now, to be honest. It's about a misdemeanor battery charge stemming from exactly what is unclear. There's talk online that it's linked to a physical altercation involving his girlfriend and another social media personality, and he was there. So it's not like he's going to the slammer for ages, or maybe like, you know, at all really. He was booked.
If anything, that's gonna boost his profile, right? It's a misdemeanor, and they just postpone and he's go out. Now he can say, "I'm hard." If anything, that's just gonna make the vulnerable, mentally vulnerable people want to follow him more. They're gonna be like, "Oh, dude, he's so hard. They can't hold him down." It's fucking insane.
There's mugshot, and there was $1,000 bond, which I assume he's paid by now. But he was in the middle of like one of these 30-day non-stop streams, which had been getting headlines anyway. He shot a dead alligator yesterday.
So yesterday he shot the dead alligator, and then today he instigated a fight between his girlfriend and a 19-year-old. Dude, what kind of lives these people live in? What's going on here? Is this really what you want for yourself? Just living in a stable life on the edge of your seat, fucking just flying around everywhere, not sure if you're gonna fucking wake up tomorrow in your crib or in jail. Like, it's and all for what? I I don't think he's making too much money. Like, he's not making millions of dollars. I don't think he's like insanely rich or anything. And as far as influence, you're influencing like the stupidest people of society. The people who think they can inject shit in their face and crush their jaws. So is that the influence you want to have over those type of people? I know the answer to that is yes, because he was already doing that. But it's just, to me, it's like, okay, you getting like serious clout from this. There is a couple ways you can elevate yourself and kind of move up and develop a personality and be able to hold your own. A part of it is sometimes the most stupidest people become famous. And when stupid people become famous, they still remain stupid. But now they're just in front of everybody else, and everybody else is watching their actions. But still, whatever they do is pretty stupid.
But I mean, all of this stuff is like, it's not like so extreme as to be sort of anyone's going to cancel him. You know, not that cancellation is ever really
That's
a
what I
thing
was
anyway,
saying,
but
yeah.
like, this is only going to help him, man. This is all
only gonna help
so
him.
good for Clavicular.
The name of the game in today's streaming world is the more crazy you are, the more views you're gonna get.
Oh, well,
It's insane.
That's literally what I was saying, yeah.
Man,
he's
I
off.
can't stand the guy, dude. It's crazy.
I mean, yeah, people are very divided on Clav. People either love him or hate him. You know,
I was rooting for him. I was there sitting here and I was like, okay, maybe he's not a bad guy. You just go around acting dumb. You have so many chances to move on up and actually do something smart with your life, do something good with your life. But instead, you fall back on acting stupid, because acting stupid got you to the dance. And you are intellectually lacking and don't have the capacity to think of a way out of the hole you dug for yourself. If he was a smart guy, he would have already leveraged so many and so much of the coverage that he already had without compromising who he is. What he's doing is he's stupid maxing. That's what he's doing. He's stupid maxing to get more followers and views. It's insane. I never thought of him as like the hero or or I never thought of him as like the smartest guy in the room, but I definitely thought he was determined. I definitely thought he had goals, he set goals, and he was moving forward to achieve them. But then stuff like this happens and you're like, "Oh, he's just as dumb as every single other person that becomes famous online. He's just as dumb as every single other person that's in his circle. You are who you hang out with." I guess I should have seen it coming. The more I'm talking out loud, the more I'm convincing myself that, yeah, this guy was actually stupid. This guy was actually dumb.
And he tells everybody else how they get handsome. He's quite something, and you know,
speed it
he's
up here a
probably
little bit.
doing a bit or like a huge extension of himself. It's working though, and I really think that, you know, this arrest, the alligator thing yesterday, this is kind of bringing him to mainstream. You know, more like TMZ is doing stories about Clav now. You know what I mean? Like, before he was just this weird online entity, and today we're like leading our podcast with him. And if you know, TMZ podcast is the way you know if you made it or not. And if you're leading the TMZ podcast, then like you're really coming up in life. So
You see that his stream cut out when he got arrested?
didn't one of his mates just come on screen and say, what did he say?
Something. Yeah, he was talking about it because he was doing, like you were saying, the 30-day marathon, which is like, it's nuts.
Was he doing one of these marathons? And if you're out there in the comments, if you're out there watching this live on YouTube, let us know any details you know about this Clav arrest or what he'd been up to lately. Because was this one of those streams where like he's showering on stream? Is he like showering and sleeping and like eating, and is he like Truman Show?
You might have to ask Branson.
Yeah.
All right, these guys don't know what the fuck's going on either.
No! Yeah, I think it's dead.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude, that's not a good look, man. Clavicular, dude, he keeps pushing his freaking limits, and he finally got banned on Kick on his home freaking platform, dude. The platform that basically blew him up, launched his career, and gave him like everything that he has, where all this Luke smacking stuff started. And dude, as funny as this guy is, as much of like some goofy ass content that comes up from this guy is dealing with some serious felony charges right now, and it's not looking good. It's possibility of 5 years in state prison. So what happened was he was out doing his marathon stream, and in this event there, I guess they're just in a boat out in Florida, and they're all excited to go shoot guns, and they come by this freaking dead alligator. And keep in mind, this is a dead alligator. You can clearly see it just laying there floating, and when they start putting bullets into it, it's not even budging, it's not even moving. And if you guys know alligators, those guys are hard to kill, man. That thing would have started freaking splashing around.
That guy looks so weird. I literally spent 10 seconds looking at that short guy, and I just registered. He's so weird looking.
And like, you know, doing some crazy stuff, but it was clearly dead. You can tell it was clearly dead. But still, the fact that they just start unloading rounds into a dead alligator, it's like, all right, I mean, this is all for content. But as soon as that went live, Kick just boom, just smacked the hammer on their freaking golden boy. But honestly, on that stream, there was a lot of goofy stuff going around. They're like poking and pointing guns at each other. It was a very unsafe, like, I own
was he trying to unload
myself,
like,
and whenever I go shooting with people, I always make sure it's like we all competent. I don't really go with some strangers because I know what to expect. I don't want to have anybody like flashing guns or trying to act like gangster or whatever. And Clavicular, dude, they were doing some goofy stuff. Like, I'll show you guys a clip of like example of the things that they were doing. Like, what are you pointing a gun in his freaking friend's butt, dude? Like, come on, bro. And then look what Clav is doing. Freaking bunch of goofballs, man. Even if the gun is not loaded, like, you never point gun.
I'm not gonna lie.
Friend's butt, dude. Like, come on, bro.
That's pretty funny. It's fucked up, but it is pretty funny. It is pretty funny. Does it help the allegations that people treat guns as an extension of their penis? But it's still pretty funny.
And then look what Clav is doing. Freaking bunch.
The other guy was jerking it off too. That's hilarious.
Of goofballs, man.
It's awful. Don't do this. I don't want to be promoting this stuff. It's still funny.
Even if the gun is not loaded, like, you never point guns at another person. That's like the #1 rule when you go out shooting with your friends.
That's true.
Especially
That's
when you're
very
in the butt middle of nowhere, dude. There's nobody to enforce the rules. It's supposed to be whoever is the
Nobody
most
can come to you
one
in
supposed to
time.
be enforcing this stuff and kind of educating, not just go freaking wild and free. But yeah, they definitely made a lot of mistakes on that live stream, dude. They should have not live streamed that. He should have been more careful and been more smart about it. And what's even crazier is that Florida's FWC has tweeted about it, and this is what they said. FWC is aware of a video depicting individuals in the Everglades on an airboat who appear to be discharging firearms and an alligator. FWC officers are looking into the incident and will provide additional information when available to report wildlife violations. Call the wildlife hotline, blah blah. But dude, FWC, they don't freaking mess around, dude. Whenever something involves animals, does not matter if it's a carcass, doesn't matter if it's alive or fish or a bird or a bug, dude, they take this stuff serious. So if they want to like pursue this and push this to make it more serious and maybe make an example out of him, this can go that far, man. They can take it pretty far and actually throw some serious charges, because as of now, since he's shooting at a dead animal, people are saying that it's not a felony, blah blah blah. Clavicular already has other felonies, other charges. Like, he technically is not even allowed to own a handgun. Like, he's still only 20 years old. So there's so many ways they can twist this and go with this, where they can just put this guy behind bars for a couple of years, or even give some.
But as we discussed earlier, it's only gonna help him. He has enough clout and influence to get Aiden's lawyer or any of his friends' lawyers to get him out of there. And what ends up happening is he'll come out of this with more followers, more influence, and he won't learn any lesson. Oh, he will learn a lesson. The lesson he learned is, I should definitely do more of this. I don't know, man.
Crazy.
It's crazy, bro. It's freaking
the
nuts.
charges and like basically like screw up his whole life. I mean, yeah, he's young, he's 20 years old doing some dumb stuff to get clout, but it's like, dude, you gotta be a little bit more careful, man. And apparently I just found out that it is a felony in Florida to just smack dump freaking massive amount of bullets into a freaking anywhere, dude. And the funniest part I've noticed is like none of those guys are wearing like freaking ear protection. Like these guys are so clueless, bro. They're just blasting freaking 9mm rounds all over the place and nobody has any ear protection, dude. Those guys are gonna regret it, man. But here's the actual arrest. Yes, he actually got arrested, but it's not for the arrest of like him shooting the alligator. It was a previous incident that happened from like when he was holding down this one girl and then a Clavicular's girlfriend threw a couple punches in there, and that's kind of a shitty spot, honestly. Like, why are you gonna hold someone down and have somebody else just get some
That's fucked up. What? He was actually helping her? I thought he was just like instigating with words, not physical instigation. What the fuck? Man, people are horrible, dude. There's some horrible people out there.
cheap punches in there. So I'm guessing that girl that was getting punched by Clavicular's girlfriend, she filed charges, and that's what he got arrested for. A lot of people are confused and is saying that he got arrested for shooting the alligator, but now that he's in custody, this can go so many freaking ways. The fact that the Florida Department law enforcement already has him in cuffs is already not a good sign, because they can just rack all this stuff up on him, and I don't think his looks maxing is gonna get him out of this. Yeah, a lot of people are like asking around.
If anything, if he actually goes to prison, his looks maxing is gonna get him some unwanted attention.
On the questions and like asking ChatGPT, and he says like no specific statute allows shooting a threatening gator, makes intentional kill injure third-degree felony without FWC authorization. General self-defense could apply if imminent death, greater harm, but FWC threat is as rare. Investigates all cases and discourages post HOC claims. So dude, I don't know, man. You guys think he's gonna be able to get out of this one again, or what do you guys think is gonna happen? But yeah,
What a crazy turn of events. Shot an alligator, held down a girl so that his girlfriend could punch her. Just fucking insane, bro. Just insane. I didn't want to believe it, but I think as a society, we might be cooked. It very well might be over. At this point, I'm starting to believe it. Anyways, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.